but because of it. There was something uniquely attractive about Trin, and Evan had brought that out of her simply by accepting and relishing in the fact that she was a cyborg. Sophia spread butter on her biscuit, watching as Trin laid a plate full of various pastries down in front of Evan. "Well, it's not every day that it's your birthday." The housekeeper kissed Evan's forehead and winked at him. "It's not his birthday," Wilder dryly stated, while eyeing the platter of glossy pastries. "It's when I celebrate it," Evan replied. "Well," Wilder ate a bite of his toast smothered in avocado. "I've decided to start celebrating my birthday today, so you'll have to share the festivities with me." Evan scowled at the other rider. "You know that your birthday is May 21st. Some of us don't have that luxury." Seeing the confusion on one of the new riders' faces, Sophia offered them a knowing look. Evan apparently doesn't know the exact day he was born because it was on one of the northern islands that didn't have good record-keeping at the time, so they recorded all birthdays as the first of every month. Therefore, Wilder cut in, the show monkey steals the fun of New Year's Day every single year, making us all celebrate him, rather than the blessed event of ringing in another year. "Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to come to the party," Evan spat, cramming a large cinnamon roll into his mouth and chewing. "I wasn't planning on coming," Wilder teased, pretending not to be insulted. The two were making the new riders who had shown up on New Year's Eve think they disliked each other. The Dragon Elite had been celebrating the Scottish New Year's hogmanay when, out of the blue, 3 new dragon riders crossed through the barrier and strode across the expanse. Now the newbies were looking dumbfounded from their spots at the breakfast table, trying to make sense of the new world they'd stepped into. The new riders were all men, all of their dragons having hatched at the Gullington a short while before. Sophia wondered if and when another female dragon rider would join them. It was weird that Versailles was the only other female dragon rider. She hoped that there were more out there, especially because it was highly likely that Versailles was doomed to a grave soon. The Dragon Elite had been successful at taking Nathaniel down in Las Vegas. However, Sophia hadn't allowed herself to celebrate too much. Versailles' absence during that battle didn't make Sophia feel any better. She didn't expect that the Rogue Rider's leader had simply left Nathaniel to run the operation and had turned over a new leaf, intent on doing good with her powers from that point forward. No. The absence of the evil dragon rider made Sophia uneasy, sensing that Versailles was up to something even more treacherous than what Nathaniel had been doing, running an underground crime network in Sin City. "What I don't get," Sophia began, turning her attention to Wilder beside her, "is that you're older, and you know the day of your birth, and weren't raised too far from where Evan came from." He nodded. "What you're forgetting is that I wasn't raised by wolves." "No, worse," Evan stated smugly. "You were raised by monkeys." "I was raised by wolves," one of the new dragon riders said from the far side and down the table. His name was Alex, and he had short brown hair that he'd kept covered with a hoodie. It had partially obscured his face, which he kept down, making it hard to make out his features. Sophia honestly hadn't had much time to study the new dragon riders since they'd only arrived the night before. She suspected that she'd get the chance now that it was daylight, but even then, they were mostly Maka's and Wilder's responsibility since they'd handled their training. Everyone looked down the table at Alex, all of them silent as if they expected him to continue. "Yet you can construct a sentence much better than my friend Evan here," Wilder joked after a tense moment. There was forced laughter. "I'm a werewolf," Alex said, making everyone's chuckling cease. A fork dropped on a plate. Evan froze in mid-bite. The newbie dragon rider beside Alex slid nondiscreetly to the side a few inches. Sophia sighed. "Oh, seriously, you all, it's the 21st century. Don't you know anything about werewolves? They aren't to be feared. They're simply misunderstood." Wilder gave her a look of disbelief. "No, I didn't know that, but apparently you're going to blow my mind by rocking that knowledge. Is there anything you haven't learned in your short few years on this planet compared to the rest of us?" Sophia gave him a nervous smile. "I know about werewolves because of Liv. She had a case in Lupi, Romania a while ago where